Well, hello. I've changed the contents of this case and flipped it over so it can stand on the table. Changed what was in here. There's the Mordax data in this pod now. Base case is still pretty normal. Moved a couple of things in there. And this has just about everything except these switches that I was hanging on to because I thought I would use them someday. I decided to take out and put the Biff Echo morphator in there. And it's not being used, not in this patch. I threw this together to make sure that everything was working and that I had installed the modules correctly. Lifeforms is being fed into Drethno and Yena. Yena wave shape is being modulated by this LFO. I'm also taking the mix, going through the filter of lifeforms, and that's being modulated by a Hypester CV. Another Hypester CV is modulating the WASP filter, which the output from Drethno is going through that. The frequency is being controlled by CV from sequence 8. That's being clocked by a division of the clock out of Trigger Riot, going through branches to randomize it. And then that CV is also controlling the pitch of rings, which is going to clang every time the note changes. And then all of that I'm sending through the Typhoon. For a sinister swirling drone. T-kick will be triggered by a channel of Trigger Riot. A T-kick is going through the dynamo, and I'm using the compressor CV to duck the output of Typhoon since it has an output VCA built in. And that's just 2 HP snare. I have a reverse landfill noise going through Bostel Cinnamon with the cutoff frequency being modulated by Hypester. And the band pass output from that is going into the bottom half of a LXD, which is being governed directly with output from Trigger Riot. If I unmute this one. Now the bass from the ensemble oscillator I'm feeding through the AWM so that I can apply wave folding without also brightening up the chords. Because one thing about the ensemble, it's got wave shaping built in, but the wave shape will affect the bass and the chords. And I found that I often wanted the bass to have a bit more snap, but I wanted the chords to be mellow, and you couldn't do both with the onboard controls. But feeding the bass to the AWM, I can apply a wave folding and get that to be a little more toothy That's going through the top half of the LXD. Where's the... There it is. And that low pass gate is being governed by this Sonic Potions Descent, instead of using the gate length out of Trigger Riot. Descent is just in plain old decay mode, so it's the same duration every time. Last but not least, the chords from Oscillator, the ensemble oscillator, are going through one of these little envelope controlled VCAs. Oh, and there you go, man. Oh, everything's up here now, and buddy, it feels like a lot. That's a lot of modular stuff. Everything's up here except for the little 54 HP Zisu case that has the Lubar in it. And I'm thinking the Instro Lubar can float around and be my sampling workstation. And then I can transfer audio from that into like the STS or the Bitbox. But I was really having trouble making this case useful by itself on the floor, and so yeah, I consolidated a bunch of stuff, got rid of some things, haven't sold them yet, but they're sitting in the other room waiting for me to put them up for sale. And that's it. It's been a while since I posted a video. I've been awfully busy. But anyway, I'm back, at least for now, and thank you all for watching, and I hope to catch you next time.